Welcome to Happy's Humble Burger Farm. Maintain the restaurant. Serve customers with a smile. Avoid distractions. And always be sure to maintain that traditional Happy's quality. Otherwise, management may need to have a chat with you. So be sure to work hard and always pay close attention to your surroundings. At Happy's, we're all family. And there's no escape. You're stuck here forever. So, get comfortable. This is week 2 of my month-long horror celebration, Bun's Fear Fest. And what game is scarier to a bun than Happy's Humble Burger Farm? I am freshly employed by this fine establishment, but unfortunately our training was limited to this pamphlet and what I can glean from my coworker, Toe. Hey buddy. You having a good shift? Not doing sh**? Alright. Must be the manager. Neither of which mentioned anything about crawling creatures infiltrating our workspace, the Roomba going completely rogue. Excuse you? I'm working. Dude, I'm busy. Or the barnyard buds traipsing around the dining room. I'm sorry? Excuse me? You want to do that again? But forget all that. Let's focus on what really matters. Serving the customers. The game consists of 6 work shifts, in which I serve customers whatever they request, starting with only sandwiches on night 1 and progressing to include more food options each shift. The more customers I serve, the more money I'll go home with each night. I've never before seen a commission-based fast food restaurant, but I'm not mad at it. And each night I go home and celebrate how wonderful life is. Before finishing my first night shift, I unlocked I'm Lovin' It, and immediately used my hard-earned money on some bullshit, as I do in real life, buying a Sammy the Salmon figurine and unlocking Have It Your Way. You may see a theme going on here. This game loves referencing real restaurants, other games, or popular media. The loading screens have burger-fied game references. This one was my favorite, naturally. My second shift dawned dark and dreary, and while serving this absolute queen who only ordered fries and a shake, I got my first creature jump scare. Ticket?
Oh, what the f*** is that? What the f*** is that?
I'll admit, this was just about the last thing I expected.
My name is Inigo Montoya.
Oh!
Crawling creatures and invisible enemies aside, nothing happened in Shift 2 other than I expended all of my energy and accidentally discovered how much faster bunny hopping is than running. Expect a lot of bunny hopping in the rest of this video as a consequence. Bouncing to work on night 3 with my best bud Toe, there is a loud explosion, and although my omnipresent manager tells me to ignore it, I go and investigate. This is where it really starts to get interesting, because there is a humongous breathing form hidden under this tarp. Turning on the lights wakes up our first quote-unquote boss fight. Evil Petey. And while Petey has exploding dummies and his rancid grease balls to hurt me, all I have to fight back with is my fry cooking skills. I made Petey a sandwich, but through a series of unfortunate events, my first sandwich disappeared, presumably gone forever. Undeterred, I made him 2 more and found my first offering complete and undamaged on the ground. Feeding him the 3 sandwiches causes him to explode, which is pretty dramatic. The hole in his body is essentially a moist hallway into the secret room behind him. In this room, I found my first crafting recipe, unlocking Crafty. Despite fighting a monstrous pig and walking through his corpse, I still have to go to work, and no, I didn't shower first. Bon appetit. After completing my shift and going home, ready for my nightly routine, I heard a voice inside my apartment. It seems that my closet can speak. And explode. Inside my new addition, I find a dismembered, yet quite talkative head named Vic. I also unlocked 2 achievements. I have no mouth, and Turing test. Why have 2 achievements for the same story beat? Who knows? Vic is an exposition dump, and he won't shut the heck up about it. Turns out those conspiracy theorists are correct. This whole place, this whole life, is just a simulation, run by a comically evil corporation named Obscura. Vic used to be a brainless guy like the ones I've been serving burgers to, with a smile.
What do you want? Cookie, happy dog, no ketchup.
Until the previous occupant of our apartment, Experiment 7, or E7 for short, captured him and made Vic into what he is today. This quote-unquote woke him up, aka gave him sentience and a personality. That this new personality is annoying was an unanticipated side effect. Anyway, Obscura is kidnapping people and forcing a brain chip implant into them, and placing them in this simulation, which over time turns them into Toe here. See, he wasn't always like this.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Hello, my name is Theodore Oliver Emerson, but my family calls me Theo, and my friends, they all call me Toe.
Now that I'm aware of the man behind the curtain, I have to find a way to escape. My first tool to assist in that task is a keypad hacker, and once I got my hands on them, no lock was safe from me. I broke into Toe's apartment and stole his goodies, broke into the apartment across from me finding this backpack, hacked into a vending machine for some free shit, and broke into my manager's office. Inside is a ventilation shaft, which unlocks, but I must scream. I get an in-depth look into how the robot customers are created and distributed, along with another crafting recipe, and a tape which confirms that Obscura is trafficking tourists from a place called King's Comfort. As divine punishment for breaking into the entire town, my next work shift was an absolute nightmare. Between the grill setting on fire, these 2 guys weeping angeling me, and this ghost version of Happy following me around, I was straight up not having a good time. But on my way home, I get the exciting update that I can access a new part of town. The museum. You may ask, what exhibits do they have at the museum in this town? Well, non-stop barnyard buds, of course. To open the door in the museum, I need to utilize our newest crafting recipe, a burger bomb. This requires, you guessed it, a burger patty. When I went to borrow some patties from my place of work, I noticed this hole which also needs a bomb to open. Now with a couple bombs in my pocket, I first opened the hole in the burger freezer. Ouch! Which led to this underwater version of the burger farm. After draining the water and blowing up this conveniently planted burger bomb, I escape from the barn and head out to the museum. Past this garbage-filled parking garage peppered with exploding enemies, and after precariously parkouring down this elevator shaft, I come face to face with one Asset Chuck, aka Evil Charlie. Now, a lot of games have filler chapters, so this is not a criticism. I'm not saying this to be negative, but Evil Charlie definitely feels like a filler chapter. While I'm not a fan of the lava everywhere or egg-shaped magma balls chasing me, the real problem is my task. First, I powered on the electricity, which unfortunately releases Charlie from his cage. From here on out, I get to be stalked by a giant rooster. If he sees the slightest hint of me, or if I accidentally hit one of these laser triggers, he's on me like white on rice. I then need to collect 3 pipe pieces, go back to the entrance and repair the steam system for reasons which will become clear later. Lastly, I gotta make Charlie some lunch. Unfortunately, the sandwich components are spread to the 4 winds, and I need to make 3 sandwiches. So when I find an ingredient, I pick up 3 of it and drop it off in the kitchen for cooking time. Rinse and repeat. Once that's finished, I lay out Charlie's meal and ring his dinner bell.
Okay, too much.
Back up on the surface, it seems that I'm breaking the fabric of the simulation a little bit. Things are starting to look different around town. The area has really gone downhill recently. Down in the museum, I had collected a new crafting recipe for a temporal headband, which supposedly can let me time travel. Sure, I'd like to do that. First, I need to stop by the pawn shop for the components, and since I've bought the camera anyway, I spam 25 pictures to unlock I'm not even looking. I also buy a bunch more crap I don't need. With the headband, I travel back to experience the final moments before I got thrown into this simulation. Turns out, that wasn't even the worst thing to happen to us that day.
The alert has been activated. Please be...
I'm told to travel to the underground tunnels since there's fucking nuclear fallout outside, and in those tunnels is where I meet up with an Obscura goon.
How the hell did you get down?
What the
Follow me. I'll get you back to the rest of the civilians.
You scared the out of me.
You're lucky I'm the one who found you.
Once Obscura realizes that we're a famous investigative journalist who was hot on their tail regarding all the King's Comfort disappearances, they throw us into the burger mines to essentially dispose of us. Now, yes, the entire place is falling down around me, but the people still need their burgers and fries, and I need money. These figurines won't buy themselves. Back at work, there's a new message on the freezer leading us down into the underground burger farm again, and there's a new keypad for me to break into. Don't threaten me with a good time. However, I immediately regretted my addiction to unlocking doors.
What? Can I leave?
I have to keep my eyes on Evil Happy here and navigate the waterways blind. Otherwise, she will run straight towards me, and fast. This was not too bad, except Happy did camp this doorway.
Why won't you stop moving?
Out of the sewer, I'm transported again to what appears to be another simulation. This time of the original Happy's Diner, Happy Burger, which is also the name of the burger place in Silent Hill 2. A little factoid for you guys. The layout is different, the menu is different.
Steak, fish, what the...
And the protocol is different. But don't worry, I'm a professional.
Eat!
I need to take the trash out, but the dumpster is apparently in Narnia. Once I find my way out and return to serving the dummies, no offense,
Take your food.
I then have to explore a weird noise coming from the freezer, and again, wind up in Narnia. Meet the Asset Farmer. That's his name. That's his real name. He's just hanging out here right now, watching me as I am, again, embarrassingly out of energy. Once again, serving my beloved customers.
Please enjoy the food.
My true passion. It suddenly goes a little bit sideways. This is the home of the Asset Farmer. He's a hungry guy and wants one of each type of sandwich, and requires it on a plate. Bougie. One more teleport later, I find myself in the real world, inside an Obscura lab. Unfortunately for them, I seem to have brought a friend. What are the implications of releasing Evil Happy on the real world? Who knows? Not my problem. Finishing the game netted me 25 out of 30 achievements, and 3 of the 5 remaining achievements revolve around incorrect orders, because, not to brag, but I got no wrong orders in my playthrough. Customer service is my passion. Restarting the game, I intentionally get 3 incorrect orders because 3 mistakes in the same night requires me to speak with Evil Happy. I need to keep an eye on her and make her an Evil Happy Deluxe to send her on her way. If I don't maintain eye contact, she eats me instead.
Oh, there she is. Hey, Happy. Eat, girl. You're not you when you're hungry.
I then got to the PD fight and farmed deaths via electrocution for Deja Vu, and lastly hit up Endless mode to get the rest of the incorrect orders.
Alright, here you go, darling. 4 more Happy Colas. Nice.
I've enjoyed this one, and I hope y'all did too. But that's all I have for you today. As I mentioned, this is only week 2 of my month-long Fear Fest, in which I post a horror achievement hunt every Friday in October, so you will hear from me again next week. Until then, bye-bye.